Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my February empties video. I am so excited with the amount of products I was able to use up this month. I feel like I am finally starting to get on a roll with using up products, which is like the whole goal of 2018 for me, is just to use up as much as I can. And I feel like I have really started to do that, and it's such a great feeling. This empties video, I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different than I ever have done before, which is I'm going to be leaving a price counter at the bottom of the screen, and I'm going to basically tell you around how much a product is, even if it's like a sample. I have kind of done the math to estimate about what it would cost if you were to just buy it, like how much that sample was worth. And then I will also have a running total, because I really have been so interested in the amount of like money that I'm using up as far as product goes, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's something really satisfying about seeing like a number attached to it, so I'm really excited about that. So without further ado, let's get into my beauty trash. So the first empty I actually didn't use up in February. I used it up in January when I was still at home on winter break, but I didn't realize I'd used it up, and I got home for spring break and was like, oh, I'm gonna light this candle, and it was completely burned out, so it's an empty. This is the Bath & Body Works White Barn Edition candle in Evergreen. I really liked this. This is probably my new favorite Christmas candle, which is saying a lot because I really love Christmas candles. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I would definitely repurchase it. I would definitely repurchase it next year, and this packaging is just gorgeous. We'll do the rest of the candles next. Next up, we have another Bath & Body Works candle. This is the Milk and Cookies candle from Bath & Body Works. As I've said, it's 3-wick. This one was good. I've had it before, and I didn't really enjoy it as much as I did in previous years, so I don't think I would repurchase this particular scent. It was nice, it was sweet, it made you want cookies, but it wasn't my favorite scent. Next up, we have my all-time favorite candle from Bath & Body Works, and that is Marshmallow Fireside. I will repurchase this over and over again. This and Leaves are my favorite candles from Bath & Body Works ever. I could burn up a million of these. I feel like I really should have bought more, because I just love the way these smell. It's like really like smoky and like campfire-ish, but also very sweet, and I absolutely love this, and I already miss it, and I really wish I could get another one now, but I can't. But I would definitely repurchase. Next up, we're gonna do a really weird and boring category, and that is like vitamins and supplements. I do take quite a few vitamin supplements every day, and I just thought I would run you through the ones I've used up. The first is my Nature Made D3. I am super pale, so I can't really get the amount of vitamin D necessary for like how much you're supposed to have, so I do have to take a supplement every day. I take this in the morning, and yeah, I definitely am gonna have to repurchase because deficiencies. Next up, we have magnesium. I'm not really sure. I can't remember why I started to take this. I probably wouldn't repurchase just because I used up the bottle. Have no memory of why I was taking this to begin with. It wasn't one that was prescribed to me like the D3 is and the B12, but yeah, I wouldn't repurchase this. Not really sure what this was for. Can't really remember, but yeah. Next up, we have my B12. This is something else that I have a really severe deficiency in. This basically just keeps me energetic. If I don't take these, I have a lot of fatigue. I'm gonna look into B12 shots, because I've heard that those do a really good job with people with deficiencies, and I have a pretty severe deficiency in B12. I definitely do notice when I haven't been on these and I haven't had the chance to repurchase them, and I'm noticing it. It's just something to look up into. If you guys feel like you have a lot of fatigue and you get blood work done, they can tell you if you have a severe deficiency like I do. And the last little weird part of this category is the Renew Life Extra Care Ultimate Flora Probiotic. I take a probiotic just to, you know, work things out in my digestive system. My aunt's a huge health nut, and she recommended these to me. I really do like them, and they really do help, especially if you're like me and you tend to have weird bacterial illnesses a lot, like strep throat. I get strep throat quite a lot, and I'm on antibiotics a lot. This kind of just equals out the good bacteria in your gut, because the antibiotics kill everything, not just the bad one, everything. So this will like balance that out. I really like these and I would definitely repurchase even though they're like 20 bucks. Next up, we'll do body care. The first thing I have is a part of my project pan, so that's super exciting. And this is my St. Ives Fresh Skin Body Scrub. This is the apricot version. This has been repackaged, so you can't really get this. I think it comes in like a 7 ounce or a 6 ounce now. But this just looks like there's like a big version of their skin, like their face skin one. This just looks like a big version of their face one, but it has since been repackaged, I believe. This was nice. This is by no means my favorite. I definitely prefer the Soap and Glory one to this, but if I was in a pinch, I would pick this up. It's just not my favorite. Next up, I have 2 more things that are part of Project Pans, and that is lotions. The first lotion I used up is the Bath & Body Works body cream in Beautiful Day. This was definitely starting to go bad. It was kind of a weird consistency toward the end, and the smell just really bothered me toward the end as well. I don't think I would repurchase this particular scent. I've had this in a couple other products and usually I get pretty sick of this pretty fast, so don't think I'd repurchase this scent. I would definitely repurchase the body creams though, that they are one of my favorite Bath & Body Works products, so I would definitely repurchase that. And the other lotion I have is the Body Shop Body Butter in Shea. This was a really weird consistency. I've had little ones of these before and they were more, you know, creamy. This was a lot thicker and almost kind of hard to the touch at first, and you had to warm it up between your fingers, and it may just be because it's Shea, or it may be that I had like a weird one. I don't know. I don't think I would repurchase this scent anyway. It's not my favorite. I do like these. They're not my favorite. I definitely prefer the Soap and Glory ones to these, but they're not bad by any means. I just don't think they're like my first choice, and this scent is definitely not my favorite. Couple of hair care empties, the first being this Diva Curl Melts into Moisture Matcha Butter Conditioning Mask. I liked this, and I've since started using a shea butter mask. Since using that, I've realized I like this a lot more than I originally thought I did. I would definitely look into repurchasing this. I want to try out the Briogeo one again before I like definitely decide to lay down 30 bucks on a hair mask, but this was really, really nice. I noticed a difference in my hair, which for me is very important. I noticed a positive difference in my hair anyway, and yeah, I would definitely consider repurchasing this. It was really, really nice. Next up, we have the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day dry shampoo. This used to be one of my favorite dry shampoos, and once I got this in a little set for Christmas, and using this, I wasn't blown away. While I definitely think it cleans your hair and it makes it feel really nice, the price tag on this just kind of makes it non-essential to me. I really do prefer my Batiste. I love my Batiste. It's so affordable, and this just feels like a lot of money to spend on something when I already have an option that I love. If for some reason you don't like Batiste or any other of the cheaper dry shampoos, this may be something to look into, because this is very, very, very nice. It's just very expensive and you don't get a lot of product. Like, this is a mini, but you still don't get a lot of product even in the full size one, so it's something to think about. On to skincare. The first skincare empty I have is the Olay Luminous Micellar Water. This was fine. This is by no means my favorite. I definitely would not repurchase it. I prefer the Simple and the Garnier one. I'm currently using the NYX one and the Caudalie one, and I'm kind of like comparing them. I definitely prefer those two well over this one. I like the packaging on this. It's really, really nice because you just have to like pump it down, and it's not messy. It's, you know, contained. I just don't think it's anything special, and I definitely would not repurchase this. Next up, we have some Clean and Clear Oil Absorbing Sheets. I love these, would definitely need to repurchase them soon because I'm struggling, but yeah, definitely my favorite oil absorbing sheets. Next up, we have a little sample of the Origins Maskamizer. I didn't think this did anything, and I definitely would not purchase the full size. I don't really get the gimmick of this. I feel like it's just water sprayed on my face. I feel like that about a lot of sprays, except if they're setting sprays. I don't really feel like they did much. This especially was just kind of a weird extra step that I would forget to do a lot, but if I didn't forget, like the difference between when I would forget and when I didn't forget, there was like none. So yeah, no, this is a total gimmick, and yeah, no. Next up, we have the Clinique Pep Start Eye Cream. I enjoyed this. I didn't think that I was going to consider repurchasing it until I moved on to the one I'm using right now from Origins, and I prefer this one for sure. I do have another deluxe sample in my collection that I will get to soon, but yeah, I would definitely consider repurchasing this because it was very nice. Next up, we have a deluxe sample of the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Whipped Cream. This is not my favorite. My biggest issue with it is that I can feel it sitting on my skin. I feel like it never sinks in. I feel like it can make me look greasy, and I just am not a huge fan of this. Maybe if you have a lot drier skin than me. I do have combo oily skin, so that may have something to do with it. I just didn't love this, and definitely am not about to spend the huge price tag buying this again. I prefer the Boscia one I'm using right now. I even prefer like their Bee Hydrogel. That's pretty nice, but this is not my favorite. Last up for skincare, we have the Pharmacy Sleep Tight Firming Night Balm. This was really nice. I was surprised. I kind of just put this on one night after the rest of my skincare and kind of thought, what's it gonna do? It did something, it did. I use this about every other night for a while. This lasted me a really long time because a little bit goes a very long way with this product. And I don't know about firming, I don't really need that to be honest, but I did notice that I have very red sensitive skin, and when I wake up I usually have a lot of pigmentation in my skin, and when I would use this the pigmentation was like a lot less. And like I remember one day I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I was like, you look different, and I was like, oh my god, you're not pink. So I credit that to this product, which I thought was really, really cool. It's not something I would repurchase per se. I mean, maybe if I, you know, go without it a couple months and I really miss it, I would consider repurchasing it. I think if I was gonna buy it, I would maybe just look for another sample like this because it did last me for so long, and I think that it's best for like special occasions and times when I really want my skin to look like really nice. But yeah, I liked it, but I don't think it's like a necessity in my collection. So I have one perfume empty, and that is a little sample of the Daisy by Marc Jacobs. I've owned this in full size before and used it up, and I liked it, but I don't think I would ever purchase a full size again. It was nice, but it's definitely not my favorite. Now time for the makeup part of this video. I have 5 makeup empties. The first being the YSL Touche Éclat Blur Primer. I liked this. I definitely like it more than the primer I'm using right now, which is the Becca Backlight, I think is what it's called. This was really nice. It does have like straight glitter in it, but not as much as the MAC primer did. Like I hated the MAC primer. This, you can't tell when you put on your skin that there's glitter in it. I did like scrape the sides to get this done. I did really enjoy it. I would consider repurchasing it. It's not something that I'm like, oh my god, I have to buy this now, but I would consider it. So next up we have a product that I was not aware was recalled, and I used all of it up. And then I like saw a post about it and I was like, whoa, that was recalled, oops. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is not something that you can buy right now because they basically just like nixed it because of some weird issue with it. I didn't have any issues. It didn't do anything to me that was weird. I don't think I'd repurchase it even if I could. I just feel like I used to really, really love this product, but now I just don't feel that connection with it like I did. So yeah, it's okay, but it's not something I'm gonna miss that much, so it's all good. Next up we have something I'm so excited about. This is a part of my Project Pan. I will link that video if you have not seen it yet. I did just do an update, but yes, this is my Tarte, what is this actually called? Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. I've had this for a little bit and I used all of it up and I'm really excited about that. I cut out the little mesh part because it was easier to get product out if it wasn't in there. This was nice. I was pretty happy to see it go, but I do miss this in the way that it was such easy makeup, and it does melt into your skin really nicely, so it doesn't sit on your skin like powder. It was great for lazy days when I didn't want to deal with liquid foundation, but I'm not like running out to buy it, but it's definitely a good powder foundation. If you're looking for a really nice powder foundation, look into this one. It's definitely expensive, but it may be worth the money. It's really hard for me. I have a kind of a weird relationship with this product, but it's definitely good for lazy makeup and I will miss it for that. Next up, we have the IT Cosmetics Superhero Next up, we have the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, just a little deluxe size sample of this. I really liked this, but I have a weird love-hate relationship with this. It dries up so fast, and I don't love that because I felt like when I first put it on, I was like, wow, I understand all the hype, this is amazing. And then like a week went by and I was like, what happened to this? Like, this is going on differently. And it just dried up so quickly, and I just don't feel like I can spend like the 20-some dollars that this costs for it to dry up like so fast. And I just don't really know how I feel. Like, it looked really nice when it wasn't dried up, but like, wow, this disappeared quickly. So I'm kind of conflicted. Comment down below how you feel about it. Talk me into it, talk me out of it, but not sure. Very conflicted with this. And finally, we have the Anastasia Brow Definer in Blonde. I really liked this. I think I finally decided that Anastasia products are the way that I want to go with my brows. I just think that their coloring isn't as warm as Benefit's. Even though technically I believe I'm like a taupe, like taupe works better on me. I think they only had blonde, or I wanted to try blonde, and I was kind of worried that it was gonna look warm, and there were days when they did look a little warm, but nothing like the Benefit. Like, even the Benefit taupe looks warmer than this does on me, and I just don't like that. So yeah, those are all of my February empties. Here's the grand total of the amount that I have spent. Oh god. The amount that I have used up in February. I hope to have just as good of a month in March for empties, so we'll see about that. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff. And I will see you guys again really soon. Bye.